This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Last month was an exceptionally hard month for manatees. Due to the cold weather, there was a spike in manatee deaths across the state.
But how concerned are scientists with the amount of cold stress deaths among manatees? ABC7's Dwayne Lindo tells us more. Dwayne?
Well, guys, I was able to speak with someone from Florida Fish and Wildlife's manatee program. It's something they expected due to the extremely cold weather, but they have measures in place as an effort to keep the number of deaths down.
Many Floridians complained about the cold weather early this year, but it was manatees who suffered the most. January caused the deaths of 35 manatees across the state, 5 times as many since last January. TECO Energy senior environmental technician Jamie Woodley says the cold has these sea cows looking for warmer waters.
Once the bay water temperature gets to about 68 degrees, they can become cold stress and get very sick from it. So it's kind of a safe haven for them. They come in here for the warm water.
Clusters of them can be found outside TECO's Big Bend power plant in Apollo Beach. Big Bend's Discharge Canal is a state-designated manatee sanctuary that provides manatee protection during cold weather. Florida Fish and Wildlife's manatee scientist Martine DeWitt says this has been the deadliest month for manatees since 2010.
When you have an event like this happen, of course that is cause for concern, but there's really not much you can do about that extreme weather.
DeWitt points to FWC's manatee program in trying to help these mammals, especially during the colder months.
Our management section is always working on protecting their natural habitats, so to preserve natural springs that provide warmth. On an individual basis, we are also the first responders to rescue manatees in need. So whenever we get a call on a manatee in distress, and that could be from cold, we will respond and assess, and if need be, we will rescue the manatee and bring it to one of the rehabilitation centers in Florida.
A popular spot, says Woodley, keeping the number of manatee deaths down.
But last year there was over 600 in the canal, and then the highest count has been well over 800.
Prolonged exposure to low water temps causes manatees to lose body heat, which leads to a condition called cold stress. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Dwayne. New details from a traffic study for Venice Regional Bayfront Health regarding its proposed new location. That study says the roads around it are mostly adequate today, but will not be in 2021 when the property is built out. The study also says the Jacaranda roundabout northeast of the site needs to be changed back to a signalized intersection by then as well. Attorney Jeff Boone, who is handling land use matters for the hospital, said the study shows that most of the traffic issues will happen regardless of whether or not a new hospital is built. And because the site is currently zoned residential single-family 3 by the county, Boone says there will be problems one way or the other if it is developed.
Florida Department of Health in Manatee County is extending the data collection period for health concerns at Bayshore High School. Dozens of people from around the country believe they are affected by what some are calling a cancer cluster at the old Bayshore High campus. They've suffered from things like leukemia, esophageal cancer, and autoimmune diseases. After years of asking and fighting, health officials are finally looking into it. Officials began collecting patient data from Bayshore High School students, faculty, and staff back on December 1st and will now extend the process through Friday, March 30th. Data collected during the study will be compared with the state's cancer registry, and results should take about 6 months to be compiled and then presented.
Well, let's get a check on our forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. How's it look tonight, Bob?
Well, right now it's looking great out there, and it should be okay throughout most of the night, Jacqueline. We are going to see some fog forming late tonight, more so after midnight, and then really picking up right before sunrise tomorrow. Could be an issue for commuters. Dew point temperature at 57. That number's high. Winds out of the east-northeast at 9. And the pressure at 30-14, but it's warm still, 76 degrees. The evening forecast calling for temperatures to stay pretty warm, too, right through the evening. In fact, 9 o'clock still in the mid-60s, 60 degrees by 11 o'clock tonight. And as I mentioned, that fog forming mainly after midnight tonight. The GOES East satellite showing some high clouds streaming on by. Should make for a beautiful sunset again tonight. And then we'll look for no rainfall around at all. Now, there is a system coming down our way, and it will be approaching the panhandle of Florida on Wednesday. But for the time being, high pressure remains in control over the southeast, and looks like it will stay that way too. That frontal boundary that brought us the rainfall yesterday well down to our south and dissipating for the most part. And there wasn't much to it in terms of cold air. It was more an area of low pressure that moved across the northern part of the state, and we got the tail end. So I mentioned the fog. The fog developing mainly after midnight. It could be rather thick, and that could be a problem for visibility around less than a quarter of a mile. Well, more in the forecast in just a few. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Bob. How would a government shutdown affect you, your family, and the rest of us here on the Suncoast? ABC7's Alan Cohn joins us with more details. Alan?
Jacqueline, once upon a time, government shutdowns were rare and usually only when the White House was controlled by one party and Congress the other. Today, Republicans control the Congress and the White House. Shutdowns happen when Congress and the president are unable to work out a new spending plan. During a shutdown, National Park Service sites and monuments closed to visitors, including the DeSoto National Memorial in Bradenton. Local and employees could be affected.
We had to close our front gate, close our visitor center because the majority of the staff were furloughed during that time with the lapse in appropriations, but the biggest impact being this building and any programming over the weekend had to be canceled.
We are less than a week away from another possible government shutdown coming up on ABC7 at 7. Former Congressman Dan Miller will be here to explain what this could mean to you. Back to you.
All right, Alan, thank you. Governor Rick Scott is calling on a series of improvements to help with disaster evacuations in Florida. The directives are in response to the more than 6 million people who evacuated Florida ahead of Hurricane Irma. Drivers spent up to 12 hours on roads that are typically covered in 6 to 7. Governor Scott wants the Department of Transportation to expand emergency shoulder use along key interstates, as well as new cameras and message signs along I-75 from Ocala north to the Georgia state line. Work on the improvements is expected to start immediately.
A host of liberal-leaning groups calling themselves the Florida Poor People's Campaign gathered at the state capitol on Monday to address poverty and racism issues. They're calling on the legislature to take action on issues such as increased minimum wage, additional funding for public schools, and an expansion of the Medicaid program to include more low-wage residents. The group says a significant number of Floridians are among the working poor in just one major incident away from not being able to pay their bills.
Florida's economy, as you know, is based on low income, low wage, no benefit jobs. It's the retail industry, it's the tourism industry, it's the agriculture industry.
The Poor People's Campaign is supporting one bill scheduled to be heard in a Senate committee on Tuesday, which would in part ask Congress to reform the tax structure.
Still to come tonight on your Suncoast News.
How the recent tax cut is benefiting retail giants and its employees. We'll have more on that story when we return.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Please join us in welcoming the two newest additions to the Lincoln lineup, our flagship luxury sedan, the 2018 Lincoln Continental, and the totally redesigned 2018 Lincoln Navigator, featuring 450 horsepower, 10-speed transmission, and many best-in-class features. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment, every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now, we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook. Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, these Eagles were chatting it up today, celebrating the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm sure. You can see those two right there from Nokomis. Kathy sending these photos in. A great shot. They were two right there, not with a phone, you can tell, obviously, but we appreciate those shots and how apropos for the Eagles celebration that they should be out there kind of chatting along with some nice weather too. Foggy to start things off this morning, and then sunshine through some high clouds that moved in, and we really warmed things up today. Highs were into the upper 70s. We could see some 80s this week too as a result of a high pressure ridge which continues to build in. Now that old frontal boundary continues to hang down to our south. We're under the influence of a high pressure ridge. That low also tracking well off to the east now, and that is brought us a lot of rainfall. It was mainly a low pressure. There wasn't a lot of cold with it, cold air as far as that goes, but it did bring a lot of rainfall into places yesterday with some lightning too occasionally. Temperatures into the upper 60s to low 70s all across the area, although mid 70s now in Mayaca City and 73 now in Venice. Northport, you're at 74. And the Gulf water temperature at 63 degrees, 69 in Cortez. Current conditions at the airport is 76 degrees and east to northeast winds at 9. The high today managed to get to 77 degrees, well above the average of 72. We're going to stay high too, I think, throughout the week and into the weekend. 62 was the morning low, and tomorrow's forecast looks like this. We'll start off into the upper 50s to low 60s by 8 o'clock with some fog around. That fog will be kind of lifting throughout the day, so we'll see a mixture of sun and clouds. High temperatures topping out right around 80 degrees again, and low temperatures for the rest of the week in the upper 50s to low 60s. You can see this is the future cast indicating where the clouds and showers are going to be. Now fog is certainly going to be an issue here as that dew point will stay high, but you'll notice how the clouds kind of rotate around this large dome of high pressure, which will just kind of block a lot of things from entering into our weather picture. This front comes down on Wednesday into the panhandle of Florida. There's still some energy with it on Wednesday night, and it gets close to us on Thursday, eventually fades away, so it's not going to bring a big change to our weather, but I think the fog will be a biggest concern throughout this week, and fog can be a very hazardous condition for boaters, but also very dangerous for drivers here along the interstate systems as well. Now, satellite and radar imagery showing this quick hitting system moving through the plain states right now. Bitterly cold temperatures persist in the upper Great Lakes and across the Northeast. Northeast not too bad, but 16 in Buffalo. Ottawa at 16, Detroit 17, 6 in Bismarck, and 10 degrees reported now into Rapid City, 39 in Oklahoma City. Dallas, a little sliver of cold air made it all the way down into Texas, 52 degrees now into Atlanta, and 62 in Macon. Now the boating forecast for Tuesday, we'll start off with east winds at 10 knots, and then they'll subside down into 5 knots in the afternoon. The 7-day forecast shapes up like this: upper 70s, a slight chance for a shower on Thursday, and we'll see some mid-70s near the beaches, as we showed you earlier. 20% chance for showers on Saturday. Goes up to 30% on Sunday and Monday. And you can see those low temperatures staying warm, too. And if you didn't know it, we, again, on this Tuesday, we have, actually Monday, it was today, so it's gone, but it's John Jeffers. It's National Weather Person's Day. We even got some ice cream sent to the station, so we appreciate that from all the folks out there who wished me and all the meteorologists here around happy National Weatherman's Day. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. We are seeing some backup on US 301 as you're heading northbound near Oneko. Scott?
Thanks, Jacqueline. Add Best Buy to the list of companies handing out $1,000 bonuses in the wake of the recent tax cuts. The nation's largest consumer electronics retailer says it will give them to full-time workers and then $500 to part-time employees. Full-time salaried employees on a bonus plan will not be eligible.
Amazon reported its quarterly profit soared past $1 billion for the first time in its more than 20-year history. The online retail giant benefited from selling more voice-activated gadgets like Alexa, enlisting new Prime members, as well as its recent purchase of Whole Foods. The company's profits were also helped by the recent changes to the tax law, giving it a $789 million tax benefit during the latest quarter.
But which voice is for Alexa?
No, that was a great commercial. I
Yeah.
thought it was pretty entertaining.
Entertainment news is next.
My name is Stephen Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been arrested in the state of Florida, the state attorney's office is already working on your prosecution. It's time to work on your defense. So give us a call. We've got your back.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Don't allow your weight to threaten your health or control your future. Excess weight or obesity can cause emotional and physical health risks. But you can take control. The Your Weight Matters campaign offers free resources and tips to help you measure and understand your weight. Take the Your Weight Matters Challenge. The free toolkit prepares you to speak with a healthcare provider about your weight. Your weight does matter. Take the challenge and take control today.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
In entertainment news tonight, actor Robert Wagner remains a person of interest in the death of actress Natalie Wood.
The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department held a press conference today about their investigation into Wood's death. ABC's Alex Stone has that story.
It's a Hollywood mystery that still doesn't have an ending. What happened to actress Natalie Wood 36 years ago?
What we think is that she went outside and slipped on the swim step and hit her head.
Her then husband, movie star Robert Wagner, is now called a person of interest in Wood's death by the LA County Sheriff's Department.
There's actually more than one witness who came forward and heard them on the back of the boat arguing. It was really intense and so bad that he had went down to the cabin to check on them because he was worried that there was some kind of assault going on.
Wood died in 1981. Her body found floating off California's Catalina Island. How she got there remains a mystery. A coroner's report released in 2013 says Wood had scratches and fresh bruises on her arms and legs. A manner of death, changed from accidental to undetermined.
He was the last person with her on the back of the boat arguing before everything went quiet.
The case was closed, considered an accidental drowning by authorities, but it was reopened in 2011 when the boat's captain came forward. He claims Wagner and Wood were involved in a heated argument the night she died. After reopening the case, more witnesses came forward to say they too heard arguing on the back of the boat. Detectives say he's not talking.
The version of events he's portrayed in the media really don't add up to what we found.
Wagner is now 87 years old. Witnesses and even the lead detective at one point on the case have died. Evidence is long gone, and solving her death is becoming more difficult. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A Florida man was arrested outside a Lana Del Rey concert after a possible kidnapping threat. 43-year-old Michael Hunt is charged with attempted kidnapping and stalking. Police say Hunt had tickets for the singer's performance at the Amway Center in Orlando. Police say Hunt also had a knife on him when he was arrested near the venue Friday. Police were tipped off that Hunt posted threats directed at the singer online. Hunt claims it was love and that he never planned to harm her. Lana Del Rey tweeted Sunday that she's doing fine and appreciates all the messages of concern.
Reality star and entrepreneur Kylie Jenner has welcomed her first child. The 20-year-old kept her pregnancy private throughout several months of speculation. On Sunday, she revealed on social media that she gave birth to a baby girl on February 1st. Jenner is known to be in a relationship with rapper Travis Scott, who also shared a tweet on Sunday apparently referencing the baby's birth. Along with the announcement, Jenner shared intimate videos of her pregnancy journey. Clips of Scott, mom Kris Jenner, and others in the Kardashian-Jenner family were shown. Jenner even gave the first glimpse of her sister Kim's new baby, Chicago West.
Growing family.
Yes.
All right. More news and your forecast for the rest of the work week right after this.